Psalm 104, verses 18 through 26.
After surveying God's work in creation, the psalmist wrote, O Lord, how manifold are thy works! In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. You find those words in Psalm 104, verse 24, and they are good words for us to think about today. Creation reveals God's wisdom. Oh, how we ought to stand and admire the wisdom of God in creation. I'm not much of a scientist, but they tell me that if the proportion of gases in the air was changed ever so slightly, all of us would die. The way God has tilted the earth, the way God has arranged the seasons, the way God has put creation together is a revelation of His great wisdom. Is it not logical that the God who's wise enough to run creation is wise enough to be able to run our lives? If He can keep the stars and the planets and the seasons and all these things going as they should, can He not put our lives together and make them be what they ought to be? Creation shows God's wisdom. Creation contains God's wealth. God has put great wealth into creation. The earth is full of thy riches. If we didn't have this wealth in the earth, we could not exist, we could not live. Not just gold and silver and precious stones, but steel and all of the other things that are there, the metals and the rock and the fibers and the food. Creation makes possible man's work. Verse 23, man goes forth unto his work and to his labor until the evening. Even Adam in the garden had his work to do. Work is a blessing, not a burden, if we're doing it for the Lord. And so creation shows us God's wisdom. Oh, let's rejoice. Creation contains God's wealth. Let's not exploit it. Let's use it for His glory. Creation provides work for man, and creation should motivate us to worship the Lord. Oh, Lord, how manifold are thy works. We don't worship creation. That's idolatry. We worship the God of creation. We recognize the fact that every good gift and every perfect gift comes down from above. Oh, come, let us adore Him, our great Creator, our great Savior.